Good Friday morning to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Concentrating on wind this morning, we've had gusts in the last 5 hours around 90 miles per hour. Those winds have kind of taken a little bit of a dive downward. 46 mile an hour peak gust at V-Trans, Georgia. Also UVM at Colchester Reef. Linden State College, Lindenville, 42 miles per hour, and so forth. You can see here some of these wind gusts are kind of spiky, if you will. Those winds are humming aloft, and they get down to the surface. All of a sudden they peak up at 48 knots, and we've seen that at V-Trans Georgia Station. This is Burton Island. Let me update this real quick. Burton Island seen wind gusts 47 miles an hour. This is top Mount Mansfield. We've seen a spike to 90 miles an hour. The winds have since trended downward. This is a good sign. I'm going to concentrate a little bit on wind. This is 220 this morning. You can see the wind start to pick up in the Champlain Valley. This is about 4 o'clock this morning. A little bit of an increase in the Champlain Valley, parts of Franklin County. Mountaintops, elevated terrain, seeing those wind gusts. By 7:50 a.m., it's kind of reduced, so it comes in pulses. This is the next pulse, roughly about 10 o'clock. Also down in parts of Bennington County, we're seeing some fairly strong gusty winds here. Some of the strongest winds seem to be across the central Green Mountain spine. Again, these winds are more or less southerly and even a little bit southwesterly aloft. So roughly by 2 o'clock this afternoon, 4 o'clock, the winds are calming down. Here comes the cold front. Note there's not a lot of wind associated with the cold front. These winds are shifting to northwesterly up here in the Champlain Valley, starting to bring that mixed precipitation type. Those winds pick up a little bit with a northerly wind, moving right down the Champlain Valley. A little bit of a Venturi effect between the high peaks of the Adirondacks and the north-central Green Mountains. Those winds are up gusting close to 40 miles per hour here. So a bit of a northerly wind accompanying this shot of much colder air and mixed precipitation types into tonight. This is our current rainfall with a cold front coming in. This is the H-Rough model. And you can see that moderate amount of rainfall. Just getting into Vermont. This is going to be roughly about 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then by 11 o'clock, we start to see that heavier batch of rain work on through. Rainfall becomes lighter. You can see the mixed precipitation types with the colder air bleeding into the region with the cold front. This is valid. Let's go back here. This is about 23Z. Okay, so this is 6 o'clock this evening. So this gets in the Champlain Valley at this point in time. This is about 05Z. This is 06Z, 1 o'clock in the morning. So by 1 o'clock in the morning, note the precipitation is mainly a mix. Pure ice, freezing rain falling ahead of that. This may be saving our bacon just a little bit, reducing some of the icing amounts, the glazing amounts. But you really can't be sure. Well, I want to show you this here, this little heavier batch of precipitation. This is associated with that low pressure center I was talking about, the sort of caboose low. And so the heaviest precipitation falls here as a mix, and with snow in the northwestern corner of the state, some pretty healthy snow at that. This goes out to about 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. Here's a quick look at the NAM model. This is valid about 10 o'clock this evening, so between 7 and 10 a.m. we're getting into that mixed precipitation. This seems to verify fairly well. And then the back edge of that caboose low works on through mostly as snow. This is valid 1 o'clock on Saturday. This is 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. Saturday, late in the day tomorrow, Saturday. That's 7 o'clock in the evening, and then it's pretty much out of here, rearview mirror time. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.